take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness.
Good morning, everybody. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Happy new moon in Pisces, guys. Happy new moon in Pisces. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Hope Floats. Please hit that thumbs up, guys. It's free. You ain't got to do nothing but this. Hit the thumbs up. That's all you got to do, because you're not going to find another channel like this one, okay? Good morning. Good morning, Jill. Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy new moon. I got a new deck. Sent to me for my birthday. Look at that. Moonology. It's so cute. I love it. I love this deck. So this morning we are going to be talking about Nancy Guthrie's map. Okay. Yesterday we went over the astrology. You know, I was talking about Tommaso. I was talking about Annie and Michael and Savannah, Chris Nanos. You know, I didn't talk about Dominic, but he is also showing up in this, you know, the 17th last night, today, 18th, the 19th and the 20th appear to be days that are going to be really, really heavy. And it is also this heavy connection last night with Homeland Security. What is that about? I don't know. I'm not God. I don't know. I'm just seeing it. That's all. I'm just seeing it. How it's going to manifest itself is, you know, that's the name of the game of the universe. So when we were talking about the war in Iran, we were looking at the ships and we were talking about the different ships, the different submarines, and it is all coming to fruition. It's not because I'm psychic. It's not because I'm a medium. I'm an astrologer. Okay. And I just use astrology. I use the tool of astrology, the language of it, to assess and to investigate, because I'm nosy like that. So that's what I do. All right. So without further ado, let's look at her missing astrological map. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Michelle. Hello. Happy new moon in Pisces. Setting our intentions for new things, right? New things, new stuff. All right. So yesterday, someone was saying that, or last night when I was live, someone was saying that there was a neighbor that was being questioned yesterday. So I'm wondering which neighbor it is. So let's go down to her map. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me show you. Okay. This is where Miss Nancy went missing from her home, right here. On February 1st, it was a full moon in Leo. Remember that? It was a full moon, big fat full moon. Hey, Lynette, good to see you, babe. Good to see you. Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Show me some love. Show me some love, guys. So if it were, let me just put on the FBI. Let's zoom in. I'm going to turn on my addresses. This is where I believe that Brent McIntyre, he saw this neighbor, Brent, saw someone in a white van. And I don't know where the white van would have been parked, but he said that the white van was parked on the road and he found it suspicious. And this is exactly where the FBI has their lowest point. Their lowest point, and it could be a lowest point having to do with this guy, a worker, someone, I don't know. This lowest point in Capricorn also goes all the way up to Luke Daly's home. Okay, it goes all the way up to Luke Daly's home. So I can't really get stuck on this neighbor, right? Can't really get stuck on the neighbor because if I keep going up, this is where Luke lives. Okay. That's where Luke lives. So I don't think that I'm really looking at the lowest point for the FBI other than going to Luke's house and going, look, dude, we're all kinds of cars deep in here. Sorry for, messing up your house, but that could be the lowest point. Okay. That could be the lowest point with the investigation with the FBI. All right. So we know that there is a lot that's going to be going on the next few days. And it's with Nancy's 419. So Nancy has a 419 in her chart that connects to Hillary. So we know that so the girl last night in the chat, she was saying that there was a neighbor that the FBI went to and they searched their home. Well, and she said it was in the cul-de-sac across the street. So it's got to be one of these. It's got to be this one, or this one. So this is where the FBI, there's a breakup with a lot of warring, charity, hospitals, medicines, lake, addiction, things of the past. Things of the past. So it could be even an ex-convict, someone that's been in jail before. Looks like the Hades, and it's also going up through here. So I don't think it's that one. I think that we're seeing something here. What is that? Looks like a little outbuilding. What is that? The FBI is showing up here, and it's their Saturn. There's limits and obstacles here. Limits and obstacles. What is that? Let's see if I can see it from the road. Nope. What is that? Y'all know what that is? Looks like a little, maybe it's a shed, like a pool house or something. Let me see if they got a pool. They do. So maybe it's a pool house. Maybe it's a little pool house. But Saturn is going right here. Limits and obstacles. They show up and show out here with a lot of attention. So it could be interesting. Interesting. Let's look at this one. Health axis, things of the past. There's a lot of pain with the FBI going that way. And this is where they have a relationship with maybe even a ring camera or something having to do with communications. But it's also going to shake them up with a relationship. There's a relationship here. And it's in Capricorn. So this could be a worker. Again, we could be looking at construction, some type of construction. I know that that's what they're looking at right now. But who knows if that is even, look, here's the thing. Here's the thing that blows my mind with that. Okay. If that were to be the case, why is it? How is it? Is it really true? Okay. Is it really true that Nancy's address was Googled over and over and over again? Is it true that Savannah's income was Googled over and over again? If so, if that's really true and somebody is Googling her address, how can it be a worker? The worker would know where she lives. They would know about her. Unless they're like, oh, well, this is a jackpot. She's right here. I mean, that could be, I guess, but I don't know. It's the whole investigation with Chris Nanos and the FBI has been sloppy. And I'm going to say the FBI too, because it's sloppy. She's still not found. And there is a major connection. Look, Nancy's husband was he was an engineer in mining, right? Her next door neighbor that evidently rents out his house, he did the same thing that her husband did. Her husband was allegedly died of a heart attack in Mexico doing this mining thing, right? We know that there was a gym, Arizona has this gym show every year. There was a lot of people there in town. Could it have been somebody in town with the gym show? Sure, it could have been. Here's the thing. Nancy was taken at night, in the middle of the night. They knew that she was there. So if they really wanted to go and rob her, they would have robbed her during the day when she wasn't home. So why would anyone go and get her at night, in the middle of the night? Allegedly. This stuff makes no sense. Her case makes 0 sense. She was pulled from her bed. There was a struggle. Why was she pulled from her bed? Why is there little trickles of blood on the front porch and we have no shoe print? What'd we do? Just tippy-toe around it? Did she tippy-toe around it? You know what I'm saying? It blows my mind. This blows my mind. So let's get back to the map. Here we go. So this is, like I said, this is the neighbor who allegedly saw the white van. It's going over this home as well. And okay, so that's the FBI. Now we add in the missing. Okay, let's take the FBI off. Now we add in the missing. Here is where the moon was in a good standing with Saturn. So the moon is going this way. The missing Saturn is going this way. Let's put the FBI back up. Let's put the FBI up. Okay, so their Saturn is in Aries and it's right here. Interesting. Okay. And then we have the missing Saturn in Pisces going this way. This neighbor could have had some type of work done on their home, or someone who lives here this is where the missing Uranus and Taurus is going, shaking things up. The Neptune and Eris connects to New Mexico. Secret Service comes here at a 00 Aries, which connects to Arizona on 27 and 28. Major war line here. Interesting. I love it when I come back and read my notes. Let's go over here with Mr. Van Man. Flame of life reignites here with a lot of enlightenment regarding the physician Apollo. Interesting. Okay, so that's the neighbors. So there's a relationship here. Relationship. Juno is a relationship. So the missing Juno in Capricorn is there. The FBI has a relationship here that shakes them up. Interesting, guys. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Dee. Good to see you guys. How is everybody doing on this new moon in Pisces day? Okay, so let's go back. Hold on. Let's don't focus on the neighbors too much. Let's turn the missing on, turn the FBI back on. Now I'm going to turn the addresses on, and I want to see where the FBI is having issues. Right there. I want to see that one. I just want to focus on that one for a minute. Just that line because they're having issues and Saturn in Aries. We need to see what degree that one is. So the FBI, because I want to see what's really going on here. What's really going on? So I want to focus on this one right here. Okay, so we got Catalina Foothills Church. I've put that on the map. Let's keep on going. Okay, it looks like we got some things down here. There's a country club, small hotel right there. This country club, Baptist church, park and ride. These are just things that I've put on here. There's a public storage. Looking at these lines, I'm just, trying to figure out. Let's see, this goes all the way down. Let me go ahead and their sun in Leo is a 3. So it's going to be a 123. Let me go ahead and take that down a little bit. Let's go ahead and get that. Okay. There's nothing on this angle. So let's keep on going. There's a casino. We started looking at casinos because we wasn't sure if somebody owed some money. If someone owed money. This is definitely a Saturn, but I don't think we need to go that far up. I don't think. Don't think. Go back down. Going right over that church. It's just and then it goes over those neighbors. Okay. So it could definitely be a worker. Could definitely be a worker. This Saturn is coming in with the country club as well. So I don't know. Could be other businesses, but we would be looking at a business. We would be looking at a business or a worker. It's crazy going right over that. Right over that. Interesting. I did start adding Annie in today. Today, Annie has a lot of energy going with her Saturn. And this Saturn, nope, that's not it. That's coming too. Hold on. Let me take out. Okay. Let's put this back in because Annie right now is having a lot of energy. Her and Nanos, no matter what time she's born, no matter what time Chris Nanos is born, the sheriff and her sharing a line right here. They're sharing his weight of money, his weight with evidence. The weight is going this way. And this is where Annie Saturn, things that are being slowed down with the investigation are going this way as well. And it is squaring. There's a major challenge with a lot of disordered aggression, with a lot of darkness that is going this way. So I also want to check out this angle with you guys and just look at this angle because with the addresses turned on, there's Charles Schwab. There's nothing else that I see in this little shopping center, but that is a shopping center. There is a shopping center here. And that could definitely be with the Saturn. Little shopping center here. We've looked at this a bunch. We've looked at this one a bunch. And we just, there's nothing that I can see here as far as a business unless it's a worker here. Okay. There's another business here. That's what I want to see. I want to see either the bones of the earth, a gem store on this angle. So we could keep on going up. Has to do with money. There's Camp Bonito. I don't see anything else on that one. If we keep on going, though, we will. Got Lockheed Martin space. I got Lockheed Martin. Okay. Let's go on the other angle. Let's go this way. And again, we're going to be looking for a business, school, teacher. There is a business there, but it's not hitting right on it. Again, we got the country club. There's the country club. So that's where the FBI, you see, that's where they show up and show out here. I mean, could she just be at the country club, living it up? Everybody's looking for her. I doubt it. I doubt it. You just never know. Never know. There's church, park and ride, Catholic church up there. All right. So not really seeing anything. And this is going all the way down into Mexico, into Venezuela. Into Venezuela. So the FBI and Annie are also on this angle. So the FBI shines where she has a lot of disordered aggression. Interesting. Interesting. The other one that was in transit last night with Annie that I was talking about, I didn't show the map last night, but the other one that I was talking about with Annie is where she connects to Homeland Security. It's this one. And I want you to see this Homeland Security goes all the way to Eagle Mining Company in Saudi Arabia. Eagle Mining Company in Saudi Arabia. So that could be the homeland. That could definitely be the homeland. We got Waco, Texas. We got the international airport. Remember when the international airport shut down? Yeah. We got a missile range here, Pyramid Mountains. But there is a Homeland Security here. Chris Nanos. Chris Nanos. Homeland Security. So her Jupiter that expands with the investigation going this way, this Jupiter that's expanding the investigation with the law that is going this way with other people's money is also in an angle and an alignment with Chris Nano's home. Interesting. There's a bank. We go back down. Yeah, Ace Hardware is right here. There's a bank. We're going in back of the property. This Jupiter that's expanding the investigation could also be it could also be like a well. Anything that is right through here. So like a well, an old well or something like that. That Scorpio could be that, an expansion. All right, let's keep on going. Let's see what's here. There's a home care system here. Home care. I don't know who was watching her, who was taking care of her, but I do have, look at that. William. Remember who William is. William is Kayla. Remember Kayla Day? This is her man. Her man, who is an absconder. They haven't found him. They don't know where he's at. Don't know where he's at. That's friends of Luke Daly's. Earl Charles is buried. So this is where Annie's dad, Nancy's husband, this is where he's buried right here in this big ass cemetery. It's huge, huge. It's another casino. This casino is going to be opening. So I don't know if anybody's got some debt to a casino because there's tons of them there. I know that Chris Nanos, didn't he have some problems with casinos? Y'all let me know what you think. Y'all let me know what you think. Oh, shit. Oh my God, y'all. Nancy Guthrie's share of Chris Nano's hit with $1.3 million lawsuit. That's on March 11th. Remember, I said that the astrology shows that he was going to be sued? Oh my gosh. And this isn't even over. When was that? Oh my gosh. Reportedly, the inmate, Christopher Michael Marks, alleges his life was endangered. Christopher Michael Marks, an inmate at the jail, alleges Nanos and the department violated Article 2 of the Arizona State Constitution and Declaration of Rights after a sheriff's deputy did not disinfect himself, nor was Sheriff Nanos working to ensure the Rona was being contained, even though another unit was in quarantine after an inmate contracted it. Marks is seeking the compensation to buy apartments for the unhoused and desires an apology from Nanos, as well as asking the department to make sure that they properly So look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. That's probably not going to be the only one, guys. It's not going to be the only one. Here's the deal. They have been trying to get Nanos out since he got in. Since he got in. I feel like that this is even more reason to think that she was taken for a distraction. Taken for a distraction. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be another lawsuit. If it hasn't, let me see. Hold on. Pima, who is leading the search, responds. This was an hour ago. This is why he was having a huge weight of money last night. And Annie was having her Saturn come with a lot of energy, slowing things down. Slowing things down. Responded to efforts to recall him after critics labeled him as an embarrassment for his handling of the case. Can't make this shit up. This is what we were waiting for. We'll always honor the will of the people, and that's what makes democracy, he added. Republican congressional candidate Daniel whoever told the New York Post that he launched a recall campaigning over Nano's handling of Guthrie's disappearance and alleged that the sheriff misrepresented his employment history. So we've got a Democrat, Chris Nanos. We've got a Republican, Daniel. We've got a lawsuit. Can't make it up. That's why there's this weight upon him today. And there is a lot of energy going with Annie today. But it doesn't explain the limits and obstacles with Homeland Security, with Annie, and with Savannah. It's not explaining that. We're not seeing that. So we're seeing the other, but we're not seeing the Homeland Security connection here. So they want to recall him. They want him out. They've been wanting him out. And all you got to do is just go and look at the different things that was going on with Chris Nanos before Nancy went missing. Because before she went missing, they were trying to get his ass out then too. Okay? And let's don't forget, you can't lose sight of what we know. The Epstein files dropped. Clinton's in going to, having a deposition. Savannah's husband, Michael, working for the Clintons, supposedly their cleanup guy. We got the Iran war ready to go, and we need a distraction. Lots of distractions. Now we're looking for construction workers. First, we were, they could strike again. They could strike again. Everybody get fearful. They could strike again. Why is it that someone goes into her house in the middle of the night and takes her? Why didn't they steal anything? The first ransom that comes in, they say, allegedly, the first ransom, they say that her watch, they talk about where her watch was located. So maybe that person that sent the ransom really didn't want the money per se, but maybe they did. Maybe they thought, well, we'll go ahead and take some money too. Maybe we need to make it look like it's a kidnapping for ransom. They abducted her in the middle of the night, an old woman in the middle of the night. Why? A robbery gone bad? I don't think so. A robbery still would have been a robbery. They still would have robbed her. They still would have took stuff. The gym show, it's there. The Clintons, they're in court. Israeli prime minister or ambassador, whatever, he comes to Arizona. Same day. Same day. And she's going through a Uranus return being shaken up from the flow up. Shaken up. And it's in Taurus. What's Taurus? It's about assets, things that we own, things that we possess, money, pleasure, stability. Don't know, guys. Don't know. Here we go. Let's look, see what else we got with Chris Nanos this morning. Because we do know we're looking, we're watching. That was a month ago. No. Okay, so this is the big news. Okay, let's look at anything that was going on with Homeland Security overnight. Because we need to see what it was that was taking place that we're not seeing with Nancy, that we're not seeing with her. So 3 minutes ago, Senate confirmation hearing for Trump DHS pick. Okay. Senators confront Trump's Homeland Security pick. Okay, so his Homeland Security pick, that took place last night. Okay, so remember, last night when I was live, I was telling you that there is limits and obstacles coming to Homeland Security. And that connection that was coming to them is also slowing Annie and Savannah down with the investigation with their mom. This guy, what's it got to do with it? I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing. That's the only thing that we see, but we do see where they were slowed down. They are being slowed down. Homeland Security is being slowed down because they had Saturn upon them last night. Trump is the Saturn to the Homeland Security, along with this guy, Mark Wayne. He's got a whole first name that's a first and a middle together. Mark Wayne. Mark Wayne. Mark Wayne. Sorry. Oh my gosh. White House offers concession on body cameras in bid to end DHS shutdown. Okay, so the Department of Homeland Security is also on a shutdown. Okay, so we see the connection, but we don't see it with Nancy. We don't see it with Savannah. We don't see it with Annie. So all we can do is speculate why it is that their connection is being slowed down. Is it being slowed down because Homeland Security is needed in order to solve the case of Nancy Guthrie? I would say yes. 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 Of course. It makes sense. They're shut down. We got some Mark Wayne. We got him. Maybe that is the slowdown. Maybe that's the slowdown because Homeland Security. Why would Homeland Security be needed? Let's Google that. Okay. Let's Google it. Let's see. Let's see why. Homeland Security for the missing is needed when, let's see, missing alien program. They're needed when they're taken by aliens. They're needed when they're taken by aliens, maybe. This is it though, guys. I mean, we can see the stuff with nanos. We saw it coming last night. We see it today. He's being sued. Dude is being sued. And it's probably not going to be the only one. He's about to be really messed up. He's about to be really needing to go to that casino. He's about to be really needing some money. Yeah, can't make it up. Absolutely can't make it up, guys. And I don't know if y'all hit that thumbs up yet. I don't know if you've hit the thumbs up or not. But if you haven't, it's okay. Please go outside of the live, hit the thumbs up, and come back in. It's free. Show the love. All right. Show the love. Doesn't look like nobody wants a Moonology card. Doesn't look like I can see. Hold on. Did y'all do that poll too? Did you do the poll? I don't see that either. Well, dang it. Nobody's participating this morning. Y'all are no fun. No fun. Let's see. Okay. Hit that thumbs up, guys. It's free. It's free. Come on. Okay. Homeland Security, federal, or specialized law enforcement intervention for missing persons is needed immediately when a child or adult is in high risk danger, such as suspected abduction, kidnapping, trafficking, or when they have a life threatening medical condition with no waiting period required to report. So Homeland is already on it, but they're not. You see what I'm saying? They're on it, but they're not. They're being slowed down. That's a major problem for Nancy's case. U.S. Customs and Border handles cases of missing migrants. Okay. The FBI assists. Okay, we know that. Okay, so this is why. This is why the Homeland is needed. This is why. So it doesn't even have to cross the state for Homeland because of the abduction, because of the kidnapping, and a life threatening medical condition. So they are already on it. These agencies, but they're not on it, right? I mean, they're not on it. The reason why they're not is because they're shut down. They got stupid little politics going on. 54 votes in poll. I don't even see the poll. It's crazy. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. So weird. My phone has been so weird. Jeff said, I did. I don't know. Can y'all still see the poll up? So weird, man. That's insane. My phone's been wonky on YouTube. So is Jeff's. I don't know why. It's been really weird. Yeah, I can't see it. It's the weirdest thing. I'm looking still. No, I don't see it. Maybe I need to go, you know what? I know what I need to do. I need to go, I guess, to my regular YouTube to see it. So weird. Okay, now I see it. Okay, so 22% believe Nancy is still alive. 78% so far is saying no. So most of y'all believe that she is not with us anymore. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. All right, good deal. Good deal, guys. So this Homeland Security, this opposition, I haven't created the opposition just yet. So the Homeland Security with Annie is going over Nanos straight to Saudi Arabia's Eagle Mining Company. Savannah, now, on the other hand, let me just draw it. Let me just draw it. Hold on. I thought I started her. Maybe I didn't. I need to. Let me go ahead and start her. Okay. Savannah, she has a 3 degree. It's an opposition. She was being opposed last night with all of this shit. She was being opposed. So the opposition is going to be right here. So that's her. Hold on. Let me pull her chart real quick with Savannah and go ahead and draw that angle out because she's the one that's being opposed with the law enforcement. It's the Republican, right? Republicans against the Democrats. Savannah. Homeland Security opposes her and her enlightenment. Hold on. 3 and 11. Let's do that. Eris, the goddess of war. Let's do that. Let's do that one for Savannah. So we're going to take it to an 11 compass bearing. We're going to have to make her have another color. Let's do that one. So this is Savannah. So Savannah, yes, Mercury is still in retrograde. So that's why we are revisiting the past. Savannah's Apollo in Libra. That's the one that is opposing the Homeland Security. Opposes Eris in Aries. So Eris is warring. Eris is the goddess of war. Opposes a physician. And also Homeland. This was opposing her last night. Major opposition for Savannah last night with Homeland Security. And there's a reason for that. We just haven't seen it yet. We're just not seeing it yet. We're just not seeing it. But we will eventually, hopefully, we'll know. We'll understand. But we're about to turn on these addresses to see this opposition with Homeland. Okay. Let's turn on the addresses one more time. Let's look at these neighbors. Let me make sure it's right on it. It is. Again, we're going over that. What is that little thing? It looks like a pool house to me. Looks like a pool house. We need a bigger thumbnail for the card. I don't know what that means. Okay. Again, there's the church. So we're basically going, it's going to be this one. It's going to be the opposing. Let's go back down. This would be with a contract with Homeland Security. So we're going in back. Interesting. This is Libra, so I'm thinking we're looking for a park. Ah, there's the glove that's found. Okay, let's go closer in. Here's the church. Oh, here's the church where the vigil was taken. And here's Chase Bank. There's that vigil. Interesting. Relationships, partnerships that is opposing Homeland Security here. What kind of church? And make sure that this is the church because I had it right in the Episcopal. Episcopal Church. Interesting. You would think, okay, so that's just the vigil. That's what, no, there's an opposition here. She has enlightenment here that is opposing in a direct opposition with Homeland. Why? Why? Could be a relationship here. Let's keep on going and see what else we can find. Okay, so William, the ex-convict that's knows Luke, knows Kayla. I'm assuming knows Luke because Kayla knows Luke, so he's the absconder. Let's see what this place is. Wendy's for lease. AT&T. Damn, I want to go here. Oh, forget it. Banner University Medical Center. This is where Epstein was involved. So Epstein was involved in the research, the laboratory. This is it. The opposition to Homeland Security, Epstein. Emergency room. Epstein paid 50,000 gratitude. Epstein Charity Foundation, University of Arizona Foundation Center for Conscious Studies, for consciousness. He gave 50 grand here. See, you're not going to find this on any other channel, guys. So hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Come on. You got this. It's free. So that's a trip, isn't it? I think it has something to do with Mr. Epstein. There's the Steward Observatory. Yeah, we're going into relationships. This is where Nancy worked. She knew people through here. There's a school. Let's keep on going. Pima County Sheriff's Department. Again, we are in an opposition here with Homeland Security. Here's a casino. Another casino. There's casinos all in that place. So there's another casino. Another old address for William. Denny's. This could be where Kayla was working. Dan Chitwood. Ah, now we're getting into Rio Rico. We remember what happened here. This is actually the opposition with Homeland. There's a landfill, Rio Rico Northwest. High school. It's a high school. Hmm. So we're not going there. Okay, so we're not going that way. This is where homeland would be is let's go ahead and draw homeland in. Because this is what took place last night. That way we can get a handle on what it is that the Homeland Security is looking like with this opposition with Savannah. So it's going to be a 3 Aries. So it's going to be a 3 compass bearing. Homeland. Savannah is being opposed every day by Homeland. And then their Zeus is a 7 Libra. 7 Libra. So that's going to be a 187. Homeland Security. Let me make sure that that's what those houses are. I'm going off of memory here. 4 and 10. What am I thinking? 10th. Their public image opposes Savannah and slowed her down on 317 and 318. All right, let's put them another color. This kind of looks like Annie's color, so I'm going to change that one. Let's do a green. Let's do a dark green. Let's do this. Okay. This right here with Homeland Security and their connection, Annie and Savannah's connection with Homeland Security is causing me to have issues with everything that's political that's going on, that's been going on since she went missing. So this opposition with this is the opposing force, right? Because if we look at Savannah, where'd she go? Well, dang. Where'd I put her? Huh? Where in the hell did she go? My goodness gracious. Hold on, I'm looking for her. I've put her somewhere. I don't remember deleting her. Oh, damn. Oh my goodness. Evidently, I deleted her. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, so this is her opposition here. I believe I just deleted it. All right, here we go. Let's go on in and look. Again, we are looking at this opposition. It's going over that house. This is where Saturn was last night that was opposing Annie going this way to the vigil, to the vigil, the place where they had the vigil at. East Ena Road. Enclave. We're going up North Oracle here. Rainbow Bridge National Monument in Utah. Okay, we're going into Montana. And then their public image is right here. There's a casino. Let's go back up. Let's follow it down. There's a title company. Banner Medical Center. William. William just keeps on showing up, don't he? What is that? What is this? The Nature. Oh, Nature Conservancy. Well, we know that she loves nature. We know that Nancy absolutely loves nature. That's interesting. I want to put that there. There we go. We got a school, agriculture building. Here we go. We're back at the university, guys. Savannah's old sorority house, visited here on October 17th, 2025. Her old sorority house. How much money? So after she visited there, somebody could have gotten an idea, but I mean, why didn't they? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Cesar Chavez building, the engineer building, the communication building. We got the Douglas building, biochemistry greenhouse. It's here. Carlotta's kitchen. Carlotta, we know who Carlotta is. And that is going right over her kitchen. Carlotta, remember she visited Carlotta's with her and Annie, Savannah. They visited there when she came to do the coming home, the homecoming from the Today Show. Remember that? Interesting. It could be. Hey, Army vet, good to see you. Hey, Shelly. Someone in the suspect list is involved with the orange groves. Did you really? Interesting. Were they astrologers? The back end recovery. FBI Director Kash Patel confirmed that they recovered the footage from residual data and back-end systems. Orange grows. Well, that his colleague went missing months prior. By ripping the camera down and disconnecting it from Wi-Fi, the suspect actually prevented the camera from sending new empty data that would have overwritten the footage of his face. Interesting. That's his mistake. The rookie's mistake. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Moving right along because that's got me stumped. Because I have wondered if it had anything to do with Carlotta and them visiting that restaurant that day with maybe a worker there, maybe somebody, just never know. A casino, we got a casino there. We got another casino here. Look at that. This is Homeland Security. This is where this is their public image. Their public image is going right through here. And it would conjunct Savannah's, the opposition that she has with Homeland. So this would actually be in conversation with it, with the Homeland Security, and the other one would oppose it. So we could be going this way. And again, there's Rio Rico. There's an old address for William. This is where they were trying to mine. Him and his dad were trying to mine gems here, or I don't know what they were mining here. All right, so that's that. And then what else is coming? Let's look at what's coming with Tommaso, because this is what's coming with Tommaso. Let me see if I can find it. Or if I've got, okay, that's going to be that one. Hold on. This is what's coming. The dark moon is coming here. So let's look at this one because the dark moon is coming there. It's definitely going to be expressing itself. Definitely going to be expressing itself. And it's going to be on this angle because it's a square. Okay, so his Neptune is going this way. That means that when the dark moon is already hitting here. Okay, so the dark moon is actually the transiting dark moon that is going to be sitting on that Neptune in Sagittarius. This is the Neptune in Sagittarius. It's going to square his magnetism that's going this way. So we're going to see something very soon in the news, I would think, but I want to look at this angle going this way first, okay? There's Denny's. Sagittarius is about a church. So really we would want to look for a church. Hold on. A higher learning. So the higher learning is actually going this way over this property, going this way over this property. We got some more properties that's going over, but I would be looking for a church, a university. Anything having to do with international or an immigrant, right? Because Sagittarius is also like an immigrant. We're going far, international. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Thank you guys for joining me. Please hit that thumbs up. You're not gonna have a okay, we've looked at this before. This is a kitchen, food street kitchen. So we've got a restaurant here. We're looking at a restaurant here. I'm looking for any cameras. So we got a restaurant here. Got some construction here. Okay. Some properties. Let's keep on going. River Road. Bunch of properties there. Let's see what this is right here. Got another storage. Got another storage. That's what we're looking at. It's a storage place. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. I mean, why not? What's another one? Storage. See what this is. Looking for a church. It's a Dollar General. Okay, that's a Dollar General right there. Now, nothing. So I guess it's newly built, huh? Let's look on Google Maps. Huh. West Relito Street. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't show that to you. Sorry. There's nothing here. Yeah, it is. Another storage. That's a storage building. Well, shit. So we've got two storage buildings. Let me go ahead and mark it because I don't want to keep worrying about what that is. Another storage building. I want to find my church, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not going to be a church. The dark moon is coming here. So this is an elementary school. Freeway. See what this is. What is that? is this place? It's gated. Looks like it says something care center. It looks like it says care center. 4029. Foster parenting? It says something volunteer foster parenting. Foster parenting? Look, hold on. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting to switch over. It looks like it says something foster parenting right here. Volunteer, foster. Or maybe that says parking. Volunteer something parking. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, not to do with what is this? Let me go back out. Let me go back out. There's got to be a sign somewhere that says what the hell this is. Oh shit, there it is. Pima Animal Care Center. Okay, so that's a care center. Shit. This angle should be making itself known with Tommaso very soon. Very soon. It's coming. It's just maybe like a house. I don't know. Let's see. Still looking for a church. Goodness gracious. And this line, we would go far. We would go far. But I'm not seeing a church, so there's the museum. Hmm. The Sonora Desert Museum. Okay, on the same angle, we can still go the same angle because this is his magnetism. And this magnetism is already being opposed. So it began here first. This is coming. There's the black glove found with the couple with the blood. Another glove found here. That could be what's going on here. The couple who found a glove found it right here. I don't know if that was ever, checked out, but this all is also an angle. This is a Virgo angle, but because the angle is with challenging the Sagittarius, we could be looking for the same thing. We're going to look for the same thing. We're going to still look for anything having to do with immigration, a church, same thing. There it is, parish office. St. Francis. So here is St. Francis. There's the apartments. Fort Lowell Office Park. Okay. This could also have to do, hold up, this angle can also have to do with attorneys, a law, anything having to do with an attorney, a law office, but I'm not going to be able to. So Kayla used to live here. Ah, well, ah, where Kayla used to live. So when her DUI was issued with Luke, this is where she was living. So her and Luke, when they were arrested together, Kayla Day and Luke Daly were arrested together. Well, this was the address that she has on her court documents when she was arrested. So I think that we may have a winter dinner. I mean, we could. I don't know. This could definitely have to do with the courts. Definitely have to do with the courts. I mean, even though it's going over this one and she lived over here, could be somebody she knows. It could be. Turn it around. It's right here. Well, that's jumped up for real. Could be some people around here. Okay. I think that's a good one right there. That's a good one. Let's see what this is. Kurt Stinton's past address, Border Patrol. And then we're going to come right back here. So this could be about flight too. This could be about a flight. We've talked about it. And the reason why we've talked about it is because a lot of the lines do come over here, and we can see that this is military. This could definitely be a military operation. And then this is coming down over the landfill. This is where they were circling. Remember when the plane was circling, 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 and we were like, "Oh, wow, it's over the landfill." This is the disordered aggression, the darkness right there. Public Safety Academy. I wonder what this is. Looks like a new development. It just hasn't it kinda looks like a new development. It's trying to begin or has begun. I see these roads paved out. Huh. This is the angle that we're gonna be seeing, though. It's right there by the border. Interesting. Sonora, Mexico. So this is where, interesting enough, this is where Nancy's husband, lost his life is in Sonora. I believe that's why I've got it marked there. It's Puerto Vallarta. Interesting. And this is going all the way toward Australia. It's coming down. I don't know, guys. But that right there is going to be in transit. And let me tell you when it's going to happen. Let me tell you when it's going to happen. Let me share my whole screen. That way I can show you everything. All right, look. See what y'all are saying for a second. Is there one for Kayla's businesses or where she worked? Yes. I have her businesses where she worked. Her whole situation needs a complete inspection. Reminds me of some Bonnie Clyde, natural born killer stuff. Okay, so speaking of, this is where if you really wanted to see like some weird stuff, um, let's go back down. Where is my here we go. This is where Kayla hangs upside down on a cross right here. And look at this. Check this out. So the missing event, when Nancy goes missing, is going right over it. Absolutely right over it. And this connection with Jupiter was connecting to Kayla and connecting to Annie at the same time. They share this connection. Yeah. So the Jupiter in Cancer is in a good standing with the wisdom, with the things that are hidden here, the hidden sex, the hidden occult, the things that Kayla's into, and it goes right over here. So this is obviously a hot spot, but I'm going where the FBI is, right? So I want to go where the FBI is here, and they're going to be going this way. They're closer up here. So instead of looking here, I want to look here for Nancy. But at the same time, we also have another runway. We have another runway. Absolutely another runway here. The Ryan Airfield. This is where they flew from to go and search the landfill or go and grid it. I don't know what they were doing. But that same line goes over, comes all the way down from where she is hanging from upside down, the cross. She's on a cross and she's hanging upside down. I've showed that on some other lives. Yeah, that's an interesting one right there. Very interesting. So if I let me take the FBI off. I want to tell you guys when we could see that there's going to be a lot of it'll be, let's see. It's a 9:58. What's going to happen? Okay, so what's going to happen? This is what we're going to see. Hold on. Hold on just a second. So by tomorrow morning, that'd be the 19th. By tomorrow morning, this is what we're going to see. We are going to see by tomorrow morning, we are going to see. Hold on. So by tomorrow morning, we're going to see the dark moon go over that Sagittarius Neptune line with Tommaso tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, when we wake up, 6:30, 7 o'clock, Nashville time, it is going to first, first, the dark moon is going to come to the ascendant of Bibi Netanyahu. Then, right after that, it's going to come to Tommaso, the dark moon. And that means that there is going to be disordered aggression that is coming to them both around the same time. And it is going to set the stage for all this other stuff to follow that I was talking about last night. And we want to observe. We just want to watch it. We don't want to try to fix, manage, control it. We want the information to come to us and then assess it. So tomorrow morning, that's what we're going to be watching. We're going to be watching Tommaso have this disordered aggression, this dark moon. Mars is coming to Nanos. Mars is coming to Annie. This Mars is about the vehicle. It's about their vehicle. Yes, it's about their car. So it's going to be coming to Nanos Mars. There's going to be a lot of warring. His natal Mars, the transiting Mars, they're going to come together. Same with Annie. And the Mars is also going to come over the fate with Annie and Nancy. We're going to see all of this be happening. And there's going to be a lot of warring, a lot of things going back to the past prisons, past hospitals, going back into the past. Hey, Seth, good to see you. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning on this new moon. This new moon. New intentions, new things that are happening. The moon is also going to go over Chris Nano's Mars. The moon is going to transit over Annie's Mars, transit over the fate with her and her mother. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the astrology world with this case. And this isn't my first case. This isn't my first live about cases, about maps. Been doing this for years. Okay. This isn't something that I just, thought I might do today. I might, dabble in it today. No, this is what I do every day. And I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. If I tell you to write down a date, if I tell you to write down a time, it's because I'm very confident with that. I'm confident that we are going to see there is going to be a lot more that is going to be, but is it going to be the truth or is it going to be more distractions? That's where the astrology, the investigative side of astrology can come in and really help us assess and, organize the information, if you will. So that's that. But in the morning, okay, this is, let me show you. Let me just go ahead and show you because we are going to see some things. Let me just show you there's a lot going on tomorrow. Let me show you the entire screen. Just a second. I'll show you the astrology. Oh, are you going back to work? Shauna, thank you for being here, honey. The dark moon is about disordered aggression. It's a lot of, think about it. We got a dark moon. I mean, I've the dark moon for me, I mean, I work with it. I can work with it. But if you don't know that it's coming upon you, then you could have some major disordered aggression about things. So that's what we're going to see. Dominic is also a part of all of this, but I'm not going to bring him into it this morning. So let's go back. Let's look at Tommaso's chart. Don't know what time he's born, but in the morning, we're going to see some things happening. We're going to see that this 9:58, the dark moon is going to be at a 9:56. So she's going to be coming in the ninth house. This is the courts. This is the international travel. This is universities. This is flight. We could be taking flight. Could be this has to do with warring. But the dark moon is about disordered aggression. And she is already in orb in the morning when we wake up. She's already going to be in orb and she's coming. She's at the ascendant here of Bibi Netanyahu. Then she's going to come right over him. So the dark moon is going to hit the president of Israel. Then it's going to come to Tommaso. And this 458 is about a shakeup that is going to be really intense with groups, with Bibi Netanyahu and his connection with China. That is all going to be taking place in the morning. And then Vesta is going to come and she's going to reignite a flame of life with Nancy. When it comes to the 419, it's going to reignite a flame of life with Nancy and with Hillary Clinton. Hillary. It's possible that Nancy has a Mars that is 804 degree. The lunar nodes have already left Chris Nanos and his major attention with the lawsuit that has just fallen upon him. There's a lot of things that are going to be going on with the war in Iran in the morning. Major limits and obstacles when it comes to Pete Hegseth. This is a big energy for in the morning. And as you can see, Eris, the goddess of war and strife, Chiron, the pain, they are going to be conjuncting. This is a big deal. And these two are coming over Michael, Savannah's husband. So there is a lot that an astrologer like myself can see. We just can't predict. Astrology isn't a great prediction tool when it comes to predicting exactly what's going to happen. because we can see that there's major stuff that's happening. Neptune is going to be at the same degree that Donald Trump has. What is he hiding with the sea and the war? Again, I've been really concerned about our ships, our submarines, and this is going to be a big time period for Netanyahu. His connection with Trump, his connection with China. There's a lot of disordered aggression that's coming to his ascendant with missiles. So if he's not deceased, he could be in the morning. This is a big time period in the morning. But it's not just hitting Tommaso. I mean, it's not just hitting Israel and all them, it's hitting Tommaso too. There is going to be a lot of attention that is going to come on Savannah and Tommaso's friend, Dominic. This is not letting up. This isn't letting up. We're going to see a lot more happening tomorrow, leading into the 20th. So you guys be watching, be mindful, be listening, because it's coming. There's going to be a lot of limits and obstacles with this case beginning. I mean, it's been a lot of limits and obstacles with this case, but it's really going to take hold in the morning. In the morning looks like a big deal, like a big one. How big is it going to be? I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew. I'm not nosy because I really want to know, but I don't. I can't. I can't predict that. I'm not I do astrology not to predict, although I like to try, but we just I use it to help try to understand. Oh yeah, I could check Dominic. I've definitely checked Dominic. And that's why I'm saying he definitely has limits and obstacles that is coming in the morning with Savannah, with him. There's going to be a lot of attention on it. So will we see it? Will we hear about it? Will it be some kind of, I don't know, but I'm going to be watching. I want y'all to be watching too. I don't want you to forget. Don't want you to forget. I know it's got all of us pulled in. We're all pulled in. It's crazy. We're just like, ugh, because it's such a conspiracy. Everything that took place with Nancy took place when the Epstein files, millions of Epstein files dropped. They were, I mean, Larry Summers is in it. Savannah's husband. They're, the Glover Park group. That's in the Epstein files. There is so much political geopolitics that is going on. And Nancy was very political. She was very much against Trump, everything that he was doing in Minnesota, the unalivings that were happening with ICE. She was so against it. She was talking about it on her Facebook. And she has tons of trolls on her Facebook laughing at her, laughing at her, and laughing at her. I'm talking about 60, 70 people that are just laughing at her Facebook posts. Very political time. Minnesota, Alex Preddy, he had just been unalived. That was going on. And so it's like, was she taken for a distraction? Is she okay? Is she alive? Does she know? Was she a part of this for the Clintons? Because there is a definite connection between her and Hillary. Most definitely. And we're going to see that on the 20th. So tomorrow and the 20th, that's where I'm really paying attention to, is any information that I can grab that is going to make sense with this energy, this transiting energy that is coming. you know, what isn't he hiding is a better question. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Tomorrow is the feast of St. Joseph. There is something evil about that neighborhood. Interesting. The Feast of Saint Joseph. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, Shauna just sent me the resignation of Joe Kent. I mean, that was something too that we saw. We saw something big coming, and that was then next thing you know, he's resigned. And we're like, well, there it is. There it is. Can't make it up. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, who it's because I don't know Joe Kent. Didn't even know, you know, I can't tell, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not God. I'm just an astrologer who maps the missing, and I'm trying to find the missing each and every day, including Nancy. Nancy's just one of the hundreds of maps that I have that I'm working on. But I do know that we're so interested, we're so invested in her case that I want to make sure that I'm coming on when there is something to really talk about. And right now, there is a lot to talk about that is coming, that's coming for Nancy and her case. Again, I don't know if she'll ever be found, but there is a definite connection that she has with the Clintons. Tommaso has a definite connection with Benjamin Netanyahu. And this is a political time that we are in that she goes missing. And I can't overlook that. It would make more sense that this was a distraction to distract the people from talking about Alex Peretti's death because he had just died. They had just offed him. The Epstein files. Millions of documents had just hit the internet. She goes missing. Israel's ambassador comes to Arizona. She goes missing. This big ass gym show. She goes missing. It just all seems too coincidental. But there is going to be a lot of attention on Dominic and Savannah. It's coming. It's going to be a lot of disordered aggression with Tommaso. That's coming. Will we see things going down in Israel when Netanyahu gets a little shaky shake? Or is it going to be a beef between him and China? Is that what we're going to see? A beef between him and China? Is China going to unleash something that's going to piss him off? But the dark moon, when the dark moon comes over us, like it's coming over Tommaso, there's going to be he's going to be pissed off. He's not going to be happy. Okay. And Dominic is going to have limits and obstacles with Savannah in the morning. And then there is going to be all kinds of attention. Okay. There's going to be all kinds of attention on him. I don't know why. I don't know why. Is an event center, is Dominic doing an event? Because there is an event center out by the Orange Grove. Is a church out by Orange Grove. I'm sorry, I've had this feeling for 2 weeks. I'm a Libra. Is it because somebody didn't get a piece of a fried chicken on today's show? I don't know. That's a definite zero. Orange Grove, I mean, I guess we could look back at Orange Grove. Hold on. You can't get it off your mind here. Orange Grove Middle School, Orange Grove Road. Is this where you're talking about, Orange Grove Road? This area in Orange Grove? I don't know. East Orange Grove. Backpack found. Backpack found. I don't even remember that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember Hobby Lobby search party. Okay. There's a church right there. Oh, there was something else that I did want to show you guys. I did want to show you because Tommaso, this is interesting. It's pretty interesting to me that his school, Annie's Mars and Pisces. So this Mars that is coming here, because Mars is on its way, it's tracking. It's coming to her Mars. It's coming to Mars in Pisces, is coming to her Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces is coming to Chris Nanos, Mars in Pisces. It's coming to the fate with Annie. The fate with Annie and her mother. The fate is right here with her mom, and her Mars is here. Where's Chris Nanos? There's his Mars. So this area up here, this is where Mars is coming. There could be some action that's going to be happening through here. But I found this very interesting. I found this very interesting that her Mars could be a wisdom with vehicle, action, contracts, law. And this is where Tommaso teaches school. It's where he teaches school. Then his Mars, Nanos Mars, is going right here over this complex. And then Mars is going to be coming here. And it's right here by Oppenheimer. You know, we really was looking into Oppenheimer. This is all about Epstein. All about Epstein. So I just wanted to, I didn't want to forget to be telling you guys that. Did not want to forget that. So Annie's Mars, let's see, where's the Mars? The Mars is going to be at 13 Pisces. And Nancy's Pisces energy, there's a 15 where she's been before. The 15 degree is where she's been before. That's going with that Oppenheimer, those investments. It could be the hospital. But that South Node is a 1525, possibly. He's got a dark moon that is a 1452. So let's look at this. Annie's got a 1452. So okay, so his dark moon is her north node. Gotcha. Okay, look. Let me show you. So this is the 20th. And look at that. Mars is coming. It's coming. It's making its way. And so the dark moon, the disordered aggression, the north node, this is on the 21st. And this is the same day that Mercury is going to station. Mercury is going to station. There's going to be a lot of disordered aggression with the FBI. So this is, I mean, this is the day. So in the morning, the 19th, and then, I mean, let's just say, since last night, we are observing, we are watching. That's why this channel, our members are called watchers. We're watching. There's all kinds of evidence that I can see right now that is really picking up speed with Nancy's chart. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. So we're going to see a lot of action, a lot of disordered aggression with Tommaso, even more here. Mars is coming to that north node. She's got a lot. Annie has a lot that is coming over her. And then the 414, there's going to be limits and obstacles with Tommaso and the FBI. And then the 419 is going to be coming. Look at that. The 419, that is going to be a little a breakup with Nancy and Hillary Clinton. We'll see Hillary Clinton with this too. This 2703, that's the United States. The 2704 that is coming to is also limits and obstacles with communications with about Epstein. That's definitely coming. And then that 419 is also coming here. The 412 that Tommaso and the FBI has, they're going to have a little, they're going to have some problems. And I think it's about the car. And then the 419 is going to be coming in, or it could be, it could just be about a construction worker. It could be that too. But on the 22nd, it still doesn't get any better for Tommaso. It's still not getting any better for Tommaso or his relationship with Bibi Netanyahu, because both he and Bibi Netanyahu have this 422, and he is going to be opposed. Tommaso is going to be opposed in a big way. Interesting. Living some obstacles with Nancy and her relationship with Hillary Clinton is definitely seen here. And this is in the middle of the night going into Sunday morning. So as you can see, this doesn't stop. This doesn't stop. I can see that there is a lot of things going on in Texas in the middle of the night. Things going down with Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh, yeah. This 357 is definitely Dominic. This 357 is Savannah. Lots of attention, lots of emotional attention. And then there is going to be a major transformation with the FBI and their connection with Tommaso. That is how we will be ending Sunday, it would appear. And could it be that, this other person, this person that took Nancy is actually just connecting to Tommaso, and it's really not him, it's just a connection that he has. It's possible. It's a lot. And that's the only reason why I wanted to come back on live and be talking to you guys about this case, because we are going to see it pick up. There's going to be some things that are picking up, but it's going to be picking up with what I'm telling you. So if you're not seeing this in the news, then I don't know what to tell you. They're hiding it. It's, something else. I don't know. They should have had cadaver dogs out. Most definitely. Most definitely. Scent dogs, cadaver dogs, you name it, all kinds of dogs. They should have had them out there. Yep. I totally agree with that, Irene. Totally. A lot of they just didn't do things. I just don't get it. St. Joseph is the patron of missing people. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting, guys. All right, I'm going to end this live. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do that. Please do that. It's so free. Please do that. You'll never see another channel like this. Okay. You can go on to all these other ones and you're going to see the same thing, but you're not going to see anything like what I show you on this channel. All right. So be sure and hit that thumbs up. Please. It's free. And I will be back on. I'm going to be back on tomorrow evening. Maybe not tomorrow evening, but I'll be back on Friday for sure. Friday morning. Be talking about this, be talking about what we've seen, and be talking about, again, reminding you guys of what is coming this weekend. All right. So happy new moon in Pisces. Set your intentions for something to give service with. Let's give service. Pisces is all about giving service, right? So I love you guys. Take care, and I will see you